practice with mean, median, and mode. So before we do that, let's get into this table up above. These tables are always going to be listed with data points, right? Like the number 18, the number 19, the number 20, and then their frequency. So frequency is just how often they're occurring. So if this was actually listed out, I would see 18 6 times. I would see 19 5 times. And I could keep going, right? I would see 30 1 time. And if I listed all these numbers out, I would have 20 total numbers. Okay? So now that we kind of have our table figured out, I'll just kind of go through A. So our mode is just going to be the most frequent, the most occurring number. And again, these are my possible picks. So which of these is going to show up the most often? And it looks like it's going to be 18, right? It has a frequency of 6. So 18 is going to be our mode here. Our median is just going to be our middle number. And when your data is all listed out, it's really easy to pick out your middle number because remember, your data has to be in order for our median to work. So there's a little bit of a shortcut. If I write down that there's 20 total numbers, to try to think of what my middle could be, let's kind of split this 20 up. Specifically, I want to leave room for those 2 middle numbers because when it's even, it's going to be your 2 middle. When it's odd, it's your 1 middle. So if I split this up to leave 2 in the middle, I would have 9 numbers to my left, 9 numbers to my right, and I would have 2 left in the middle, right? That would add up to 20. So to think about this is my 1 through 9, which aren't going to be a part of my median. Then look, my 10th and 11th number are going to be my 2 middle numbers. And then these final 9 would be 12 through 20. So my 2 middle numbers are going to be my 10th and 11th number. I go back up above and I try to count. So this is my first 6. And my 10th and 11th number are both going to occur at 19, right? 6 plus 5 is 11. Number 10 and number 11 are both going to be occurring under 19. So a little shortcut to do my median. And finally, my mean. My mean is just going to be all my numbers added up and divided by how many there are, right? So if I just did 18 times 6 plus 19 times 5 plus 4 times 20 plus 2 times 21 and then plus 22 plus 23 and plus 30. And I divide by 20, it looks like my mean is going to be 20 here. Finally, we just want the answer that puts these in the correct order. So my biggest number is mean. So we actually got a little lucky with it. It has them in order from smallest to biggest. But overall, this is just great practice with not only interpreting these tables, but figuring out our mode, median, and mean.